On the beautiful evening of May 8th, 2025, warmth and laughter, love and legacy was brought by more than 500 attendees to the Oakwood University Presidential Farewell Gala. The Oakwood University community, joined by the city, state, civic, and higher educational leaders, gathered to honor a giant among us, Dr. Leslie N. Pollard. The 11th president of Oakwood University was celebrated in grand fashion at his farewell gala, marking 15 years of visionary leadership, spiritual devotion, and transformational change. Held at the famous Von Braun Civic Center in the elegant Saturn Ballroom, the evening was a powerful blend of elegance and reflection. The room was filled to capacity as others had to be turned away. It was a moment to say thank you to a man whose heart has beat in rhythm with Oakwood's mission from the day he was elected on November 4th, 2010. Our host for the evening was none other than Dr. Abraham Jules, president of the Atlantic Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, who carried the program with both charm and reverence. With humor and heart, he reminded us why this celebration was so special. Pastor Jules took us on a journey through Dr. Pollard's extraordinary list of accomplishments across the last 15 years. Under his leadership, Oakwood saw over $80 million in new construction, including landmarks like the Leroy and Lois Peters Media Center, the Oakwood Farms Market, and the Community Health Action Center. He also oversaw $70 million in campus renovations, transforming dorms, classrooms, libraries, and athletic facilities. Academically, he expanded Oakwood's reach with new graduate programs and led the charge in accreditation and online learning during the pandemic. More than 5,000 students have graduated from Oakwood under his tenure. His fundraising efforts broke institutional records, and his commitment to spiritual life and community outreach reached far beyond campus boundaries. The picture drawn from the 72-page commemorative book was clear. Dr. Pollard's body of work across the last 15 years left no stone unturned. A lighthearted and heartfelt moment was included as Dr. Ron Smith and Dr. Calvin Watkins invited Dr. Pollard on stage for a fireside chat. They reflected on his legacy, teased him like brothers, and drew laughter and applause from the audience as they shared behind-the-scenes stories from their days together at Oakwood College in the 70s. Dr. Pollard was honored with a proclamation from Alabama State Representative Lori Hall, a formal recognition of his influence and service to the state, education, and community leadership. He was also honored by the City of Huntsville's Mayor, Tommy Battle, and the Chair of Oakwood University Board and President of the North American Division of Seventh-day Adventists, Dr. G. Alexander Bryant. The room was filled with joy. People laughed, dined, embraced, and shared stories. It was a true reflection of Oakwood's spirit, a community bound together in love, legacy, and shared purpose. The tribute videos began with a powerful message honoring Dr. Pollard's leadership and spiritual example. Let's take a moment to hear a piece of that moving tribute.
I would like to thank you for your leadership of this institution in behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the administration of this institution, the alumni, the students, the parents, and all that makes Oakwood Oakwood. And for standing strong and advancing the long-standing theme, enter to learn, depart to serve. Your passion for serving the underprivileged and underserved in our community and modeling it for our students through the Community Health Action Clinic and so many other endeavors, the students have been reminded of our purpose here, and they have been left with these pillars that you have built as a lasting testament. For each student that leaves the sacred and hallowed halls of Oakwood, your leadership has riveted this eternal theme in the hearts and minds of our students that will be passed on from generation to generation. That is your legacy, and it will last till eternity. It has been my distinct honor to serve with you as the chairman during these last 4 years. And as you transition to your next assignment, may God's favor continue to follow and bless all that your hand touches and all that you do. We appreciate you, we value you, and we love you. And it's been an honor to stand beside you.
Then came heartfelt words from community leaders like Chamber of Commerce President Chip Cherry and Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle, followed by messages from sister universities including Drake State President Dr. Patricia Sims and Alabama A&M President Dr. Daniel Wims and General Paul Hankins, President of the Alabama Association of Independent Colleges and Universities. Here's a brief look at what they had to say.
I'm excited about his next step in his journey, and I know he's kind of excited about his ability to go out and hopefully with the evangelism and outreach throughout the world and being able to take that role with the church. But I wish him and his family all the blessings that hopefully a life well lived gives you.
This community is better for Dr. Pollard having been a part, having lived here. He and First Lady Pollard, the Oakwood University family and the Drake State family, we have benefited from Dr. Pollard's leadership. It is my hope that wherever this next chapter takes Dr. Pollard, that he will find the same joy and passion. And so it's with a great, profound respect that I wish him Godspeed.
President Pollard, my good friend, congratulations on a wonderful extended tenure at Oakwood University. You have been a shining example of what we should be in these positions as presidents. You've had a stellar tenure. Dr. Pollard was able to serve your university for 15 years. What a presidency. I've enjoyed knowing him. He's a scholar and a gentleman, and of course a preacher. But we've had a great relationship. And his impact on me is that he has been very nice, very kind, and a very gracious and empathetic administrator. And I've enjoyed our association.
Leslie, I value our personal friendship. You know, it means an incredible amount to me to have colleagues that you can talk about things with. That means a lot to me personally, and I want to thank him for that.
Thank you for being a great partner. Thank you for being a great leader in our community and someone who has made sure that not only Oakwood has become a better place than when he found it, but the city of Huntsville has become a better place, and the state of Alabama. He has a far reach out there, and his reach has improved every aspect of what we live with here in the state of Alabama.
You know, when I think of Dr. Pollard, I think of Oakwood University, I think of legacy. You know, I'm a man who's been trying to figure out how do you make a difference with the next generation and the generations to come. And I think of Oakwood and I think Dr. Pollard, they have left a legacy for it to be continued. And this is a huge history that that institution has been here in Huntsville, but it also is a worldly institution. And I'm just glad he's been a good steward of it. And I appreciate him for doing that as we continue to try to affect the next generation.
Next, members of the Oakwood University family, Provost and Senior Vice President Dr. James Birokira, Dr. Tim McDonald, former Provost, and others shared their memories and admiration. Let's hear just a snippet of the love they poured out.
I would like to share that Dr. Pollard is a great individual. He has great talent, and I know wherever he goes, he is going to make a wonderful impact. And I know God will use him to help others.
I know that he will succeed in whatever he wants to do, whatever organization he becomes a part of. He will be a bright star. He will be the kind of leader that serves the community.
And so my admonition to him would be to continue to look to Jesus, whom to know, again, is life eternal. I wish him all the best. See, I wish I was here longer than this, but you know, God has got me for other responsibilities, but I will miss his leadership.
And I want to close with a quotation. I'm going to have to paraphrase it because I don't remember, but Les used to always use this in our presidential council meetings and whenever we had our private sessions that I referred to earlier. But I'm almost sure it's an Ellen White quotation, but he would always say, we could accomplish so much more if we were not concerned about who gets the credit. And I love that quotation, and I think it also says a lot about the kind of person that he was.
Finally, we heard from Dr. Pollard's family and close friends whose personal stories gave us a glimpse into the man behind the title. This tribute stood out as the heart of the evening. Let's listen into some of the most touching moments.
Thank you, Dr. Pollard. Thank you for being a grandfather figure in my life. I thank you for mentoring me. Sincerely, your bodyguard.
Thank you for looking out for me and my family through these almost 30 years of serving together here at Oakwood. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I'll never forget it.
Thank you, Dr. Pollard, for always believing in me. Thank you for empowering me, and thank you for appointing me to be the first Chief of Staff here at Oakwood University.
Thank you, Leslie, for being a friend. I will never forget your kindness toward me. And on behalf of my wife, Ruth, and I, we want you and Prudence to know how valuable you have been in our lives. I love you, man. I will always be there for you. God bless you as you go into the next stage of your life.
Thank you, my dear friend Les, for the great leadership you've showcased in every assignment you've taken on. You've made sure that excellence reigned.
Les, I know it will be a transition for you as you transition to the next chapter in your life. But I want to thank you for what you've done, not only for the Oakwood University community, the Huntsville community, but also for our family. You have made us very proud.
Thank you for being a wonderful father and a great inspiration to me and my family. And we all appreciate you and we love you. Thank you.
Dad P, you are an awesome guy, loving father. We love you and we thank you again for all you've done for us and all you've sacrificed for us. Thank you.
I'm thankful for every single time you let us sleep over at your house with our cousins or either just me and Genesis. I love you.
I'm thankful that you're my grandpa. We've had so many fun times together, and you've taught me so many important things, so thank you. I love you, Grandpa.
Papa, I love you.
Papa, I love you.
Thank you, Daddy. Get some rest. You've earned it. Can't wait to see you at the house.
Hey, Daddy. I just want to thank you for always emphasizing the importance of character and character development and how much our everyday decisions as your children would impact what our character would become. Thank you for showing me that you can also be present for your family while also caring for so many other responsibilities.
Leslie, I love you. Thank you for the service that you've given to Oakwood University. Thank you for being the father to our children and to our grandchildren. May God continue to bless you as the years to come provide a pathway for you to continue your leadership excellence. Thank you.
Then, the moment everyone waited for, President Pollard stepped up to deliver his final words as president. With his signature grace, humor, and vision, he spoke from the heart. Great is my gratefulness was his theme, thanking his wife Prudence, his family, colleagues, students, and the Oakwood community. He reflected on the journey, the challenges, and the victories. It was a message filled with gratitude, humility, and a deep sense of calling. Before we end, let's hear from a few voices in the room. We asked some of those in attendance what this evening and Dr. Pollard's legacy meant to them. Their reflections say it all.
Oh man, it was a beautiful event. It was extremely well run, well attended. The energy in the room was fantastic.
And how everyone there was connected to them and had a story, and he pretty much spoke to everyone there and connected back with them. So I thought that was very impressive.
It was so wonderful to hear the presentations that various participants shared, their memories, many of the wonderful things that Dr. Pollard had done for the university.
I think that stood out to me most about the celebration was, first of all, I felt very privileged to be there, but just the love in the room. And I think if anybody had been passing by, they would have just been like, oh, there's a group of people of color coming to celebrate something. But just at the table that I was sitting at, we were so diverse. Like, okay, I'm American, I'm from the South. I was sitting with people to my left from Trinidad, to my right, Jamaica, and I think just sitting there and talking to them about their perspectives, especially all of us being people of the diaspora, was really amazing. And I don't think I've had the opportunity to do that when I'm not from Huntsville. So I haven't had the opportunity to do that, but I do know whenever I go, anything that has to do with Oakwood, it's like that.
The thing that stood out most for me about the event was the spirit that was felt in the room. A spirit of celebration, a spirit of thankfulness, a spirit of realizing the importance of Dr. Pollard and the work he and his wife had done as president at the university.
It was elegant, it was friendly, it was approachable, it was exciting, it was happy. It was a happy place.
Felt like you were amongst family. You know, it was a familial celebration. Like, we may not all, be related as kin, but we were all related that night and in that common goal. And in the diaspora, we may all be related. Who knows? But it just felt warm and inviting and purposeful. And it's good to celebrate, especially in times like these. So many negative things happening that anytime I get a chance to do something positive, like, it just fills my spirit.
The event had a healing power for me just because so many people were happy, not that he was leaving, but happy at the positive years of service that he had with the university and how the university had prospered during his presidency and the great things that are in store in the future for the university after he leaves. It was really a positive feeling that I got from being there.
I think he knows he's well respected, well regarded by everybody who's worked with him, and wish him well with his next endeavor and hope he gets to spend a lot of time with his family, because I know he's worked really hard for many years.
I would say to Dr. Pollard, thank you. Thank you for your years of service. Thank you for your friendship. But more importantly, thank you for enlightening, engaging, improving the areas of Oakwood and the Huntsville community. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of that.
I just want to say on behalf of everyone that I know, our government, our leadership in Huntsville, thank you for all that you've done. And we wish you Godspeed. We know you're going to do well in your next, what God has planned for you in your next endeavor. And we thank you.
Thank you for our friendship, and thank you for the years that we've had together. And, we've joked over the years, because he is so busy and he's on the road so much. And I was always, hey, Les, let's get together and let's go have lunch, let's go talk. And he's like, Dave, I got to go to Africa, I got to go to LA, I got to go, to this place or that place. And so it's hard to catch up with them. And I would just say, please make some time for your old friend Dave.
Thank you, Dr. Pollard. It has been a privilege and a pleasure to get to know you first through your daughter, Kristen, who, of course, is a testament to how you and Dr. Prudence raised children. I think thank you for helping me to raise my son. You know, my son is very impressed. And I think it's just a good relationship to have. And yeah, just thank you. Like, you know, a lot of things have been done in the community just through Oakwood. I've learned a lot, and it's just been amazing growth for me from 2003, when I had no idea this university was here, to now. Not only do I know it's here, I know outstanding alumni, I know what they do in the community. If anybody asks me, I would definitely know, like Community Health Action Center, and also the store that we go and shop at. Like that's something, you know, to bring that into this community that is traditionally underserved.
As the evening drew to a close, one thing was abundantly clear. Oakwood University has been forever changed by the leadership of Dr. Leslie Pollard. His vision, commitment, and faith have laid a foundation that will support generations to come. To Dr. Pollard, we say thank you. Thank you for your 15 years of service, for your leadership, for your love of this institution. May the seeds you've sown in faith continue to flourish, and may God guide this next chapter with the same purpose and power as the one we came together to celebrate. From all of us who call Oakwood home, thank you, Dr. Pollard. Your contributions will forever stand as a part of the Oakwood legacy.